What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Javon Stunner, and I'm coming to you from my gaming room, which has slowly been converted into an edit station, office, all the above. And I just wanted to bring you some iPad-y goodness tonight. Here's the deal. I showed you in one of my previous videos my OtterBox Defender series for the iPad 2/3, 3/2, however you want to say it, and that is an outstanding cover. However, when you're holding an iPad and you're doing, let me get an iPad so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Doesn't make any sense. When you're holding an iPad and you're swiping from side to side in landscape mode, that OtterBox goes around the edges and you run into a bump right here on the edges, and it adds a lot of extra weight, so it was quite uncomfortable for me to just go with all the time. For those instances in the field, it was great, and I really liked the case, therefore I kept it. I also showed you my in-case folio that I had, and it was also a really good, it's a great case. And I say it was a great case because I actually sold that, and it was actually the Book Jacket Select, but I actually sold that, got rid of it, gave it away. You basically gave it away, but to somebody. But I just wasn't really happy with it because, again, I needed more access to the actual iPad. This is a great device to hold, but if you're like me, you don't want to hold it all the time naked. And I call it naked when it's got no cover on it at all. So I debated for the last couple weeks what I wanted to buy, and I decided to go with this spec, and this is for the iPad 2, but it actually also works for the iPad 3. But I decided to go with this spec hard. It's actually called a Smart Shell. It's a hard shell case, and I just want to unbox that for you guys here and show you my first impressions, what I think of it, and why I bought it. The cool thing about this particular case to start with is that it, number one, has a magnet here. We'll talk about that a little more in a second. This will fit an iPad 2 and an iPad 3. So what we're going to do is, and it goes in pretty easily. Let me show you guys how easy it goes in together. Snap, snap, snap. I think we're done. That's pretty much it. It went right in. Everything worked great, and I mean it's awesome. If you look around the edges here, particularly along the bottom edge, I still have access to everything. Speakers wide open, and it's not a full cover, but it's close to full cover. And the most important part of it is this particular little door here, or this little hinge. As I said earlier, this is the Smart Shell, and it's called the Smart Shell because for this to actually work the way they intended it to work, let me make sure I have it all the way on while I'm talking. For it to work the way they intended this device to work, you need to have one of these, which is the Apple Smart Cover. Now, I'm not a fan of the Smart Cover, I'll be the first to tell you, but I went ahead and picked one of these up because I did need some protection on the front. I have absolutely no prior dealings with the Smart Cover. This is my first. This one's brand new, and I picked it up for like 70 bucks. And this one, if you look, you can kind of see it. If I get close, you can really see it. This is the leather version. And I got the leather one because I just thought, you know, it would be cool. So I'm gonna go in here now, and let me go in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna attach this thing, I think, and that's all she wrote. And it lays flat in there just like I just did. And we've got a finished product here. What that little magnet in the back does is this. A lot of people were complaining about how their iPad like would be doing this and dangling, so they had to roll it up in order to keep it. But this little guy here is a magnet that holds the smart cover in place, so it holds everything together, as you can see. Now if you shake it violently, it's going to come loose, but under normal circumstances, and if you hold it with either hand, it's actually pretty good. But this is good for me when I'm around the house or when I'm somewhere where I just want the iPad. I don't want the case. I don't want the book jacket that sits up and has that extra, you know, when it's sitting up at this angle, it's got that extra little bit, so it has to, of case that it has to connect to. I don't want anything protruding when I'm gaming or doing anything on the iPad. I just want to have it, or if I'm looking on the internet. This setup makes the iPad so much more enjoyable for people that really want to use their iPad on the go and use it for what it was meant for, which is gaming, internet surfing, as a good go-between between your normal computer and you know, your smartphone. This is built to use it the way it was meant to be used. I'm sure there'll be other covers as we go along. This was the smart shell and the smart cover, one from Spec, one from Apple. Comment, let me know what you think about this setup. This works the best for me. It only took me, you know, a month to figure it out, and that's how it is sometimes. You have to try things until you get what you want, guys. So my word of wisdom for this particular video is never settle. Now, just a quick note, I've got another video coming up really soon. I know I just did an unboxing of a Samsung LED TV. I got that TV at the time I'm shooting this video, would have been on last Friday. I actually took it back on Monday and went with a 900, or it was a 7 or 900. Altogether it was a little over $900 version, which is last year's LED version. But this TV is smoking badass. It's a 32 inch. It's glass bezel all the way around. It's got a glass stand. It's a Samsung. Got a swivel stand on it. And the coolest part of all is all the different HDMIs on the back of this thing. And it is great. And it's spectacular. We'll be doing a review of this particular TV really soon. That's coming. So just wanted to show you that. That's all I got. Subscribe, hit that like button. Please help me out. And tell everybody you know, for the best unboxings on the web, you know where you need to come. I'm out. Enjoy yourself.